Uncut, unedited. All right, all right, all right. Late night, late night, late night, late night. All right. If you at home alone tonight and you don't have nobody but your little dog, come on, I want to talk to you. I want to know why you don't have no man. I want to know why you don't have no woman. What's going on? All this beautiful things going on around you, and you ain't got nobody. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. We're gonna talk about relationship tonight. This is late night. Hopefully the baby's asleep. They won't hear us tonight. But we're talking about relationship tonight. Relationship tonight. That's what we're talking about. Chime in, people. Chime in. Chime in. This is live uncut. I got one good hour tonight, and I gotta call it. Got one good hour. All right. I need to know something. I need to know, how do you know if a woman likes you or not? I need that question. I need an answer. I need somebody to call in and tell me. How do you know if a woman like you or not? Somebody take us to school. School is in session. School is in session. You know, both men and women play games. All right, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, Cara, I see you. Chocolate Deluxe, I see you. Brandy Wine, I see you. I see you. Candy Apple, I see you. Kennard the DJ, what's up? Wanda Webb, I see you. Angel B. Winfield, all right. All right. Dorita Glass, good evening. Martin G. from Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, come on in, people. We want to know, how do you know if a woman likes you or not? Or vice versa. How do you know if a man like you or not? All right. That's what we talk about relationship tonight. Now we ain't gonna man bash and we ain't gonna woman bash. Yeah, but I need y'all to call in. I love being black. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in, come on in. I need some answers. If she likes you, she'll give up some of that sweet potato pie. Okay. Kennard, just if she'll give up some of that sweet potato pie. Okay. All right. Robin Freeman, hey, my relationships are beautiful if both parties are working together for the better of the relationship. Beautiful, beautiful. Vicky, hey, Martin, and everyone. All right. Chad, what's up, Chad? Chad. All right. Maria Sterling. All right. Come on, people. I need some call in. Y'all know the number 87. Let me tell you the number on here. Call in number 872 299 0808 or 872 297 6389. Come on, call in. I want to know, how do you know if a man likes you or if a woman likes you? How do you know? Talk to me. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's grown folks tonight. Martin said by keeping in touch with each other. Okay, that's a good thing. I can go with that. Jules Smith. Hey, Martin, everyone. Okay. All right. Come on, people. Somebody call in and talk to me. This relationship, this late at night. The baby's asleep. They should be asleep. Wrong, folks. Come on and talk to me, people. Come on. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. All right. Let's see. Martin, a lot of women have their eyes locked on you. You're a hot commodity. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm a hot commodity. All right. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, your stock go up when everybody can't get you. Yeah. All right. Somebody said, Martin, if they helping you in every way they can, including paying some of your bills. Oh, okay. Wow. You got women out here paying men bills. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Chemistry, if both vibing and enjoying being around each other. Okay. All right. What's the number? All right, this the number. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, that's the number. That's the number. Joel Smith said, I must say, action speaks louder than words. Anisha, all right, they call in. We're going to find out. All right, I got one caller. All right, caller, just listen to the prompts and you'll be right on in. All right, people, we're going to listen. How do you know if a man likes you, or how do you know if a woman likes you? This is a relationship talk tonight. That's all. Hey, caller, you there yet? 0430, last four digits.
Hey, Martin, how are you?
Good. All right, come on, break it down. You ain't the one that said I was a hot commodity, are you? I hope.
Yes, it's
Oh,
sad.
don't nobody want Martin Johnson. I'm too old fashioned. I'm too old. Nobody want me.
No, those are the qualities that women need now.
Okay. Okay.
But I wanted to get to the discussion that I have seen circling on social media.
Okay.
There is a list, and I'm just bringing this up,
I
and
seen
I
that. I
wanted to
think
know
I
if
know where
you've
you're going.
seen this. Yes, and I want to know your input on this. There's a list that women have made of restaurants to not
Yeah, I seen that.
go on a first date at. And I want to know, like, and it started with the cheesecake
I
kickoff.
know it. I
Um,
know it.
there was a guy that took a lady. For the people
I
that don't
see.
know, there was a guy that took a lady on a first date to the Cheesecake Factory. She refused to get out of the vehicle. From
Mm-hmm.
there, then the list ensued of places that women should not go to on first dates. So maybe
Well,
that'll be an icebreaker.
yeah, maybe that'd be. Let me go in on that list a little bit. I got another caller too. Hold on, caller 8037. I'm coming to you. She didn't put me on blast. She's trying to trap me. Now listen. I'm just gonna tell you just like this. Whatever a person can afford, I think that should be acceptable. Now, if you're a high value woman, high class woman, and you think Cheesecake Factory or the little small steakhouse is beneath you, hey, you gotta have that discussion before you go on a date. Now, what I don't like, this is what I don't like. If you're in a club or at a bar or something, and a woman always ordering beer, but when a guy is taking out, she want top shelf. She want Hennessy, tequila, and all that stuff. Listen, you can't expect nobody to treat you better than yourself. And I tell women that all the time, especially my daughters. Listen, you want this $1,000 hairdo? Have you ever treated yourself to $1,000 hairdo? So don't expect nothing that you can't do for yourself. That's just me. Now, I think if a person, it depends on what their budget is, it's the thought that count. If a man had the idea just to invite you out, my goodness, woman, be grateful. And the man, you want the man to get there at a high-end restaurant and he's struggling to pay for the meal. Or he got to watch you eat and he said, well, I'm not hungry. I'm just going to go and pay for your meal. I'm telling you, that's terrible. That's an ungrateful woman. That's a very ungrateful woman. Let me see what this other person got to
Right.
say. Hold on, sister. I'm gonna come back to it. 8037. Stay there. Don't go nowhere. 8037. Come on, caller. Come on,
Hello?
caller.
Hello, am I on?
You on? You live on Cut Unedited?
Yeah, look, trying to get a beer. I borrowed 35 cents. Meet you at the studio. Hello?
What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a beer. Can I get 35 cents from y'all?
You should have said that. You should. He don't even know he was on. I blocked him. He's an ignorant person trying to be funny. That's you need to be at home with laying up with your girl, man. You got time to get on here and make jokes late at midnight. or your
Martin,
boyfriend.
he ain't got no girl. He
I,
can't have no
you
girl.
can't. Yeah, he up on here trying to joke. Man, this is a serious matter. Yeah, serious matter, man. That's crazy. I remember I had a brother on here arguing with me at midnight on some stuff. I said, brother, you had any kind of business. You wouldn't be arguing with no another man late at midnight, man. Come on now. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying, sister. But let me ask you a question. How do
Hardly.
how do you know when a man likes you or when a woman likes a man? How do you know? Help me out.
Um, like how you said, you from the old school, I'm from the old school too, and I think that um, it's based off of the conversation. I think it's based off of what a person relates to you in that conversation. Nowadays people say vibe, but I think um, communication is key. Like I'm 40, so I don't want to play a guessing game anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that I used to think was cute and cool in toxic relationships, I don't think the same about that no more. I kind of go back to what I knew before those type
Mhm.
of relationships transpired. And it was how we verbalized with each other, the hints that we leave with each other, um, and just how serious a person takes you. If a person takes you seriously or you take a person seriously, things that are materialistic, like going to restaurants and things like that, that doesn't matter. It's about who you're there with. The time that you spend with a person, the time that you develop in understanding a person, and getting to know who they are. Those are the important things. That's
Now what if
you have to lay a strong foundation. When you lay a strong foundation, you can build from there. I don't want to lay a foundation based off of materialistic things because, like you said, and like I believe, I wouldn't ask somebody to purchase something for me that I can't do for myself.
hmm Yeah, that's true. I mean, ungrateful. Just ungrateful. You know, I understand. Now, a lot of times I'm thinking now the older the women get, the more they let down their standards though. I don't know why. I just learned that, a lot of sense because, you know, when you've been through you had a couple of babies, been in a domestic relationship, probably been married once. Let me see what else. Couple of miscarriage or abortions, and now you're ready to you realizing that you both getting old, male and female. You got to do something because nobody want to be by themselves. Period. Now, some people say they happy themselves. They buy a dog or keep a pet or something or get a toy. They have a toy. They say, hey, I don't need no man for nothing. I can pay my own bills. I got my own car and I got me educated and all that, and I'm waiting on that man. But some of y'all women, y'all waiting on that magic man to come along and do and come and get you. And he might not be making as much as you. They said the average man make about 50,000. So some of these sisters, they making six figures, 75,000. And they might not want no man to come in their house to dictate nothing. And he got short money to them. I mean, it could be that. What do you think about
You know
that?
what, Martin? I think it's a cultural thing also.
Mhm.
Um, I think that a lot of the younger generation and stuff, I think that instant gratification has become something that I think that instant gratification is what controls people's the way that they act nowadays. And I think that social media is a way of conditioning, some people's way of thinking, their minds, because it's something that we've all become, accustomed to resorting to. When we all on our phones, our heads are down, we're in our phones. We're not up, we're not socializing with others. Um, Becoming socially awkward is really a thing now, for a lot of people. Um, but I definitely, like I say, the culture now is is what the distraction is, which is our cell phone. We not getting to know each other firsthand.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying
yeah. Well,
anymore?
let
Like
me
I
ask you a
don't.
question. Is it rude? Just say like if you're in a car when we drive and we're going on a date and my phone ring, is it rude for me to answer it?
No,
Okay.
not the type of individual you are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
mean, if you're courting someone, um, they know who you are. You're not. I mean, your name is ringing bells. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Nationwide. It might be worldwide now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. I don't want to put that type of whatever on you. But your name is ringing bells. You are a popular person. So I wouldn't expect, with us getting to know each other, that your phone to not ring. Not to mention you're a grown man and you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a life before me. Some things you cannot help. An individual. It just depends on who it is.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Depends on who you dating.
All right. We got another caller, y'all. Come on, caller. 873-872-299-0808. Come on, call in and join the conversation. Sister dropping some knowledge on us. She said, I'm on fire. She said, I'm a hot commodity. All right. But I think, let me just say this. Let me be totally honest with you guys. My mission is so important than me dating, right now, really. Because when you date, it takes a lot of energy. And like me, I'm a real busy person and I have to make time to date if that's what I want to do, at the time. I ain't gay. Yeah, I said public. I am not gay and I ain't afraid to say that word. It's just that it's gonna take a special kind of girl for me though. Special kind of girl for me. She got to be special. I tell you, when I say special, that don't mean she got to be rich and nothing, but her understanding, her maturity got to be there for the type of things that I do, you know, situation I'm in and stuff like that. So it is. It's because my time right now is split from making a living and it's split doing what I'm doing. And I'm gonna tell you, sometime one get the better of the other. I love everybody. I wish I can come on every day, but I be tired and I still got to make some money. And because I don't want to be on here beholden to you guys, send me some money. I need to buy a phone. I need to get a tire fixed. I need to get my car fixed. No, that's not my character. Because if I believe that I'm doing the work of God, I believe God will provide me or put a person in my direction to give me what I need to make it. I believe that. I really do believe that. So if I'm really doing the work of God, God will make a way. And sometimes God don't need no money. He said the earth is the Lord's and all they dwell therein. So God know what it is. And my purpose is not to be on here sexing up the women because I know I get them listen, I learned that when a woman can't easily get you, your stock go up. I know I learned that. Learned that. Now, because once the word get out, oh girl, all you gotta do is act like you like him, smile, and he gonna get with you and it's gonna women talk, men talk too. Man, all you gotta do is get a high and get a drunk and start kissing on the neck and you got her. I don't want to be like that. I don't want the women just pass me around like I'm just a piece of a rag or something. Just pass me around. No, you can't just get me easy like that. No, mm-mm.
Marty, you said, unhand me, heathen.
No, don't hand me around like that. Because it's a small world out here though. you know. And I'm not claiming to be no angel or nothing like that, but it's a small world. I mean, I got an image to protect, you know. Definitely, I can't just be out here slanging because I can. You know, hey, got to be understanding. Got to be a mutual understanding. You know, my mission is so important. It's bigger than me laying down trying to have sex with this woman and that woman and this woman and that woman. And that takes a lot of energy out of a person too. A whole lot of energy. Now you got some women, you just can't lay down and have sex with them and think you just gonna get up and walk away. Some women crazy, you know. So I'm crazy.
Well,
Men
I do
too.
want to say one thing, Martin.
Go ahead.
When you lay down with someone, you definitely leave with a little bit of the person who you've laid down with.
Mhm.
I think that there needs to be like education on soul ties and things like that, because you pick up, you know, um, things and you being introduced to different things.
Mhm.
So a lot of kids, a lot of like, the younger crowd, they don't really address that. A lot of them really not in tune with that.
Mhm. They want what they want right then and there. And see, I learned, see, with me, I'm the type of person, I like to talk to you for about a month or so I can see where your head at. You know what I'm saying? Before I even touch you. You know, I want to see where your head at. I don't want to, I don't just want to jump because I know I can get it. You know, well, we grown, we want to do this. No, it ain't about that. Let me see where your head at. You might be the type to like to bust car windows and slash tires or, any little thing. Or go on social media, just be talking crazy and running your mouth and stuff like that. So you just got to be careful, you know. Just got to, especially a person that's popular and stuff like that. So, man, just got to be careful. I got to realize, I can't live a normal life, if I may say that. You know, it just, I just can't. All it takes is one incident. Somebody, you got people out there ready to find something bad about me and put it out there, ready. They just waiting on an accusation, but they'll be waiting. Because guess what? I love black people, and I ain't gonna mistreat nobody, no woman or no man. I love everybody. I'm not gonna do
Okay,
that.
Martin, I got a question for you now.
Are you trying to interview me or something?
Because women have,
Go ahead.
uh, because women have, or because there has been a list that has made from the woman's perspective of places to not go on a first date. What is the male perspective? Women, we like to hear feedback from men. We like to hear feedback from grown men. So what is you guys' perspective on that list, and what um what is the deal breaker for you all,
Well, let me
for
just say
men? Like,
this.
I
Let
think
me,
a
let me,
lot more men should be
okay.
calling in and
This is the thing I hear about women. This is the thing I hear about women and men. Well, the woman always say the man want the ASS, the booty, and the men say that the women want the wallet. So the men chasing the booty and the women chasing the wallet. So the women like this, okay, Martin, I think you're cute. But guess what? Even though you're cute, I'm still gonna make you pay, take me out to dinner a couple of times, maybe buy me an outfit, get me a hair done. I'm gonna get something out the deal. And that's how women be thinking, I'm not just saying that for me, but period in general. And the men is like, well, I ain't finna spend no money on her. I'd rather just get her the money and proposition her and get that out the way. Instead of just going and wine and dine all that. She just named me a price. If I like it, I pay, I go. That's how men think. Men that's just looking to have fun, or men that got a woman at home or want to play on the side. That's how they think. I'm telling you how men think. Now, I'm gonna tell you
okay. So
something.
then, what makes a man think that he can ask for ass? But
I'm gonna
why are men offended
uh,
when women ask for money?
well, let me just say this. If you dressing like a prostitute, half naked, got that camel toe showing,
Oh
thumbs on
Lord,
booty
here we
wiggling.
go.
What? Hold on now. Listen, I'm just saying. Now, men, we visual and we see that. And the first thing in our mind Okay, man, look at her, all that's looking good. And they're not looking at you as wife material because this is the way you present yourself. So they looking at, okay, well, that's why you think when men first meet women, they ask them, do you smoke? Do you drink? They want to know that. Those are tools. Those are tools. Those are enhancers where you can get the booty quick. If that don't work, they want to trick off, get a little money, give you a little money or something. And when they see you dress a certain way, they're going to come at you like that. They lustful. Men, listen, men are lustful. They're very lustful. And a man will strip you with his eyes. And y'all women can feel that, and you know it. So I understand what you're saying. You can't come to me dressing like a whore, and then you want me to treat you like a lady. It just ain't gonna happen.
But Martin, the new generation of women, they think that that dressing how they dress is sexually liberating, and that they shouldn't be considered whores or quote unquote slut shames because a woman should be able to wear what she wants to wear
Okay.
and not receive that type of feedback.
And she can. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to use a little logic now. Good girls don't dress like bad girls, and bad girls don't dress like good girls. Period. Period. If you, listen, I've heard women say, oh, I got my hooker outfit or my little skis outfit or tramp outfit. I've heard women talk like that. I'm talking about grown women. Now, when you dress like that, and when a brother come to you talking up under your dress and talking about what he'll do to you, and he'll pay for that, give me a price, now you offended. You know what I'm saying? But yes, this is America. You can wear anything you want, sexual liberation or whatever. But there's a respect that a woman ought to have for herself. That's all. Certain things. I'm just saying that if you just out here, you a fun girl, you just want to have a little fun, make a few dollars, that's your business. And your business. But if you looking for a man, or a high value man, or a man to take care of you, to wine and dine you, man, you're gonna have some class about yourself. You can't ask no man for $200 and your hair all on top of your head. You outside with a big bonnet on, and come on, you ain't looking like nothing for somebody to give you something. You got to look like something. Most men, I'm speaking from a man's point of view. Most men will do something for a woman if they know she can do it for herself or have done it for herself. It's a two-way street. And that's how I see it. Now, it's a new generation out here, and listen, that's probably why a lot of our sisters are not getting married on a regular. They having babies. Now, I'm not against having babies. Listen, Bible said, be fruitful and multiply. I guess with your husband, not just with just anybody, but it is with your husband. Let me be correct. But we out here, we having fun. We both high. I saw you in the club. You saw me. We vibe with each other. We both high. We go kick it, go get some breakfast out the club. Then we go get a room. Then now baby conceived a couple of times. We don't really know each other, but you pregnant now. And then you got a lot of these unwanted pregnancies. You didn't protect yourself. That go for men and women. And I hear the women, you did that to me. And I tell the men, hey man, if you didn't strap up, that's on you. Now you're gonna have to pay. Because some women ain't going to the chop shop, as y'all call it, to get an abortion. Some women ain't going for that. I don't care what you do, what type of influence you got. They are not going to have an abortion because you put your penis in her raw and did what you did. They're not going to do that. So you got some men out here, and listen, you got men out here don't have no preference. They like them big, small, tall, same sex. That's a dangerous man too. A dangerous man. Then let me give you our information. Women, that don't mean because a man do nice things for you that he love you or like you. That don't mean that. That could mean anything. He just been generally nice. You might not even be his type. He might just want to have fun or just kick it with you. It depends. It's depending on what type of man that you attract. I mean, you got 3 different baby daddies now. Now you settle down. Now you want a husband. Now, I'm not saying.
Now that leads to my next question.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. Keep going.
So my next
Go
question
ahead.
is, why is a woman to be judged by the amount of fathers to their children? Like, if a woman has 4 children and 3 baby fathers, why does that matter to a man?
It does matter. A body count, baby. Body count. Just like a car. Who want a car with high
Hmm.
mileage? Superior. It's a
Hmm.
body count. That's too much activity going on. First of all, when you deal with a woman and have babies, now what is the relationship with the fathers? Is the father in the life?
What if
Is he still?
what if the relationships were 3 serious relationships?
Yeah, and it's very possible. I'm not. Well, let me just say this: when my father met my mother, she had 3 already. So, and he stayed to the death. You know what I'm saying? So it's real out here. So I'm not against that, but I'll say this: if a woman don't have no children, she don't really have to deal with a man that have children, or vice versa. That's a choice if she want to deal with that. And I
Hmm.
understand nobody. People just don't want that drama, that baby daddy drama. They don't want it. You just don't want it. Then men lie too. I ain't in a relationship with my baby mama. Then you every time you get mad at your girl, you going over to baby mama house, spend night over there.
I
Or
think
vice
there's
versa.
something to be said about. I think that there should be more of a discussion on how men trap women. Also,
Oh, it's both. It go both
men have
ways.
women have babies to keep women. Also,
Yes,
like
yes.
nobody, you don't hear that discussion a lot
Right.
because women are. It's always been daddy's baby, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. It's never been, you know, the opposite.
You're
But
right. It's
nobody
double.
talks about how men trap women.
You're right. It both ways, both ways. Because I'm like this: if 2 consent adults get together and have sex, protect, the man protect himself, and the man take off the rubber, then go inside the woman and get her pregnant and all that. That's bogus. That's a trap. That's trapping right there. That's
Hmm.
that's a trap. That's wrong. Actually, probably rape. If you really look at it. I hate to say it like that, but you know, if she didn't give you permission to go on her, unprotected, you go on in there, and that's now different if the condom came off. But if you just literally took it off there and went on in there, man, that's a whole different ball game. But it is what it is. So I understand it's like a double standard. Man, then you got some men, every relationship they get in, they make babies. They hop from woman to
Mm.
woman to woman to woman to woman. Wouldn't that be kind of scary? You meet a man that got 5 different baby mamas. That's kind of scary.
That is. It's
That
scary and it's intimidating for a
yeah,
woman.
yeah,
Women
yeah.
don't want to deal with that either.
Right, right. So it goes both ways. Y'all can call in now. Don't let me be on here just dropping all these jewels on here. Y'all be mad at me, cussing me out. But I don't care. I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. You know what I get out
Tell
of.
the truth
And what?
and shame the devil.
And I'm speaking out of my experience, people. Now, everything I say tonight don't mean necessarily is law. I'm just going from my experience. A
And
55-year
it's
old
healthy
man.
dialogue. That's
Right,
what we need. Healthy dialogue.
right. That's it. So I'm not saying if you don't think like I think or listen to me, you ain't right. No, I'm not saying it. The sister said it. A healthy dialogue, just keeping it 100, because we got a problem amongst in our community. It's too much freaking going on. Ain't enough marriage going on. It is, seriously. It's just too much freaking going on. It's too much.
Uh,
We calling right wrong and wrong right. That's what we just, it's too much going on. And you got women, BBL women, paying thousands of dollars to get the butt lift, the breast lift, all that stuff, and still can't keep no man. You know,
I heard the booty stank after they get the BBL.
I,
That's what
I
I
don't know
heard.
about that. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna get on here dissing them. I don't know. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. But don't get me wrong, some of those BBLs do look nice. But see, you can't just go get the Brazilian butt lift and think you're just gonna sit and eat and that's gonna be it. You got to work out. You got to keep that thing in order. I've seen women get it and they get fat.
They spread wide.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. So it's a different stroke for different folks. And my thing is, why women go to the extremes? I'm not even talking about hair, to go get a butt lift, get a big old butt. Butt ain't just body. It's more than the body to the big old buttocks. That's what I don't understand. Well, I ain't getting this booty for nobody. I'm getting it for me. No, you get it because you want to look good and you want some attention. That's what. Listen, that's another thing that kills us too. Men and women. We go out here, men go out here and get all these sleeves on their arms. All the tattoo body art. Come on, man.
Well, men are also getting the ab etching done too, Martin.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I got some.
Yeah, they getting their abs etched in.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Men are getting BBL.
Wow. Straight men?
Yeah.
Straight? Are they straight?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
not the show.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say. All right. Because, man, I can't see no straight man getting that at all.
Yeah. No.
I mean, these are, like you said, this is a healthy dialogue and things we need to talk about amongst the Black community, the males and the female. And taking in mind, people out there, I am not no relationship expert at all. But I do have experience. I've been there. All right. I just want to say that. I've been there. So I listen, I do have experience in this life, and I think I'm qualified to talk about this subject and all that. And no knock against nobody, but it's real. It's like what I see among the Black community, men and women, we compete against one another too. That's another thing. I see that a whole lot. It's that masculine energy. It's in women. I see it, and it's no good. It's no good. Women talking down to men like they nothing, and men talking down to women like they one of the children or one of the kids or something. I hate to use the word kids, but children. I see that too, and that's not cool. You got two adults in the house, and the man talking to the woman, the female, the wife, like she one of the children. Go sit down, shut up, be quiet. You tell that to the children, not to an adult. You ask your wife, could you fix me dinner tonight? You don't tell her, you gonna fix me dinner tonight. No. You ask her. I believe in giving people an option. I'm an alpha male. I'm dominant, but at the same time, there got to be a balance. How you talk to folks. You got couples right now, sister. What you think about this? They live in the same household and sleep in separate beds, separate rooms. You'll never know that because we're not. But there are couples out here that they just there because, well, for the children. They really don't like each other. They're not really in a real relationship anymore. They just got children together. They don't bring the other partner who they mess with, the outsider, to the house. But that man know that woman got somebody else. She coming in 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. She ain't coming from no prayer meeting. Well, she been in a prayer all night prayer meeting. It's vice versa, man too.
For the sake of the child or the children, I think that when people place themselves in those situations, that that's who they put first. They are trying to act in a selfless manner to keep, the family structure there. And it may look, it just may look different within that household, as to where the parent may the parents may normally sleep together, but I think that they're trying to hold it together in a mature enough way, to where they putting the children ahead of their needs.
Well,
That's, I mean,
I feel you.
and I think that keeping the partner, the outside partner, the outside world as part of the outside, like the saying goes, you don't shit where you sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a way, if that type of situation does exist, then that's, how they may be living, what they may consider.
Well, I tell you one thing, I ain't gonna live like that. I ain't gonna live like that with no woman.
Yeah.
That not me. I'm not gonna pay. And plus, it's not healthy for the children. They see that mom and daddy sleeping in a different room. You think? Listen, a lot. Like I tell young ladies, I hear a lot of young ladies. My kids ain't never seen me with another man. So when I have company, they sleep. You think they sleep? They hear you in there hollering.
Mm-hmm.
You think they sleep? Listen, they may not listen. You laughing? Listen, you think because your door closed. Them kids open at that door and be listening under the door. Hear you in there hollering and doing all types of sexual acts and all that. That's what little babies do. They stick out and listen to their parents and all that. They might not never lay eyes on a man, but they know somebody's in that house. They know somebody's in that house.
I mean, and maybe it's just as long as the kids don't see who it is,
But listen,
then maybe that's just,
I
good
mean,
enough
it
for
is what it
some.
is. I can't tell nobody how to run a house, but don't think you just so discreet and the babies don't know what's going on. Because see, the older these young people get, they'll be able to figure out things like that. They'll be able to figure it out. I had a friend, y'all gonna laugh at this. I ain't gonna say his name. Y'all wouldn't know him no way. He told me he's a type of guy, he's a mentor to a lot of youth. And one of the youth told him that, man, my mama bust down. Man, isn't that terrible for a young teenager?
What?
Yeah, for a young teenager to say about his own mama that she is a bust down. So I'm telling you, parents, be careful.
That's just disrespectful. I mean, that's when the parents think their child is a friend.
Well, but he didn't say it to while his parent was in front, but he told his mentor that his mother is a bust down. So I mean, listen, listen, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna try to say it nice as I can. You'll be surprised the way some of our children, what they think of us in their mind. They might not even tell us because we their parents and don't want to hurt our feelings. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. These children, they coming out wise now. They real smart. They got the internet to tell them everything.
Miss Brown Price said she showed him that.
Mm-hmm.
That comment. She said she showed him that.
Yeah,
she showed
yeah.
That she was in.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm talking about. You got, and I don't want to sound like I'm just picking on the women, but you got a woman, got different men coming in and out the house, in and out like a revolving door. That's not healthy for the children. That's not healthy, nor for the men either.
What age group of women are we referring to, Martin?
Period. They all, a woman is a woman. Now listen, you got women your age is fast, teenagers they fast, seniors they fast. Trust me. So a woman is a woman. It's just different.
Now
levels.
I was trying to be devil's advocate. I was trying to play the devil's advocate at first because I wanted to hear people's feedback just like I know you do. That's what's important for this dialogue. I think that my generation of women, I think that a lot of women are still virtuous women. I want to give the women of my generation the benefit of the doubt. It's important to me for me to remain. It's been instilled in me to be a virtuous woman. Okay. The Bible speaks a lot of virtuous women. Just like they speak about the man. So let's just be honest, everybody is not like that. And I know that society
I didn't
makes it seem like
I didn't say everybody was like that.
That's what women are all about, but
listen. I can't say every woman is the same, but one thing they all got in common, they are women. They are a woman. and they do women traits. Women are very emotional.
That's like saying all black people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We don't want to categorize.
Well,
We don't
can.
want one person
Well,
to speak for a whole race of people.
no. Well,
So why should we allow this?
if we got a trait of doing something, I mean, it just is what it is. You got a race of people out here. All they do is kill and commit genocide. That's what they rate. That's what they race is for. That's what they do. They carry
they
hate
also
in their
think that
heart.
they are the supreme being.
Right.
Yes.
Right. They that's what
And
they
they're
do.
also Neanderthals,
Right,
and
right.
that's dated back in history.
Right. Right. So, it is what it is. Like I got this caller back again. I'm gonna see what he's talking about. I think that's the same caller. Let me see. If he's talking crazy, I'm gonna block him off, period. 8037, what's up? Yeah, he knew I knew. Yeah. Don't call back no more. You're gonna get blocked. But yeah, we it's
That's right, Keisha.
Yeah. What Keisha say?
Keisha said, admitted most women want a real relationship before the average man.
I don't, you know what? It could be true. It couldn't. I don't have no way
Keisha,
of
call
proving it.
in.
I don't have that.
Call in, Keisha.
I don't have no way of proving that. That's what I'm just saying. Some things that we speaking, we really don't have no way of proving. Then you got this thing that women are sneakier than men, and man, it is what it is.
So do you believe women are sneakier than men?
I believe that, though. I believe it. I believe that. I believe. Well,
Martin, you just ain't got no hope for us.
No. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm finna tell you why. I'm finna really tell you why I believe that. Anytime a woman can carry a baby from 36 to 40 weeks, okay, and she don't tell that child who her father is, and she know who he is, that's dead wrong. That's dead wrong. You got women out here that have pinned the baby on a man, and she know deep in her hearts of hearts that that's not that man baby. That's sneaky. That's dead wrong.
Yeah, it is.
Now you can't get no sneaker than that. You got this man out here working hard, paying child support, being the best father he can, and you know deep in your heart that this is not his daughter or son. You know it, but you won't tell it. Then you got
that's low down.
That's low down. Then you got some men, that's your baby. Look just like you. Act like you. But you know what? You won't acknowledge the baby. You won't acknowledge the baby. That's low down too. And that's low down. That's low down. You know you got that girl pregnant. You know it. And the baby look just like
Miss Carpenter says women looking for security.
And that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not a sin. That's not a curse for a woman looks. A woman should look for security.
At the cost of tugging on the heartstrings of someone else, that's a little bit much. That's drastic.
Yeah, then you got a lot of women and men too. They got a large body count. Been slept with a lot of women, and vice versa. A large body count. Now they up in age. They want to be virtuous. I ain't mad up now. You can change things. People change, but it is what it is. You did everything you had to do. You had a thought behavior when you was young, and now you ain't got older and matured. Now, hey, that's not the life. I want to be that. And some men won't let you live a reputation down.
Oh, wait.
They will not let you live that reputation down. If you've been involved in group sex and you know what I'm saying, they won't let you live that down. You inviting people into your bedroom and all that. Then you like your excuse, well, I was young, I didn't know no better. And it's
treacherous life.
Yeah. I mean, and even though a lot of mistakes have been made when we were young, you have some women that got pregnant at a young age of 15 and 14. It's not to say that they was a real
Yeah.
bad person. The first time they had sex, they got bumped, some of them. Then what about the women
Hmm.
that had an abortion at 14 and 15 that you never know? But look down on the other women that had the baby at 15. See, and that's some dirty stuff too.
I'm laughing at Keisha Brown Price. She said Dick died, so now they ready to settle down. Go away, little
Mm,
boy.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's something to be said though too about aside from the sex, Martin. I think that what needs to be talked about is health. I think that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are not open with sharing their health status. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are not comfortable with going to doctors and being checked. I think that a lot of people are just I think a lot of people are just haven't been put in situations where they are comfortable with discussing where they are physically. And I think that that's something that needs to be talked about too. I think that the subject of sex is just out here and it's spoken about so openly and so freely. But there has to be a discussion about, and it doesn't have to be a public, a public discussion, but I think that it needs to be stressed that people need to get themselves checked. I think that something has to be said about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen where there have been like group discussions, at barbershops with men and, talking about having like their prostate checked. I think that that dialogue needs to happen a lot more also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was in a discussion like that the other day with a young lady, and she was saying that these young people out here, they taking Viagra already. They ain't lived no time. They got to take Viagra. Young
Mm.
people. I'm talking about young
Hmm.
people in their
The gas
20s.
station honey, I didn't
Yeah.
heard about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a lot going on. Listen, that's why when you have conversation and you ain't quick to lay down in the bed with somebody, because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of us are attracted to a lot of people, but
Hmm.
everybody's not for you. Everybody's not for you. You got to see where that person at, what they're about. They might be sick, like you said. They ain't telling you. Who gonna come around here and
I
tell
want to
you?
know why is it so hard for Black people to? Why do we not want to get checked? Why do we not want to see about our health and longevity anymore? Cancer used to be a white people's disease. We used to look, give people the side eye when they say, you know, um, so and so had cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and because that was something that was abnormal for us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because we are a resilient people,
Yeah, right.
but why why are we not why are we not comfortable with having these discussions? That's
Well,
what I want to know.
let me just say this. You got some people that is bitter. They sick. They out here sick. They got HIV or they got AIDS, whatever, and they bitter. And they willing to lay down with anybody and give it to anybody. And I call them, they want out here, they out here making disciples. And they saying in their
Mm,
mind, if he or she allow me to go on the raw, they gonna get it. It's up to them. They gonna get it.
mm,
I'm seriously. You got people out here with that
mm,
mindset. And right now, they got this medicine so good you can't even detect it and you look healthy. So it's real out here. They got HIV programs out here, out here, housing programs for people
mm-hmm,
with HIV AIDS. You know,
mm-hmm.
their family members know they got AIDS. Their family members ain't gonna tell a boyfriend or girlfriend, hey, my daughter got AIDS, you better watch it. They ain't gonna say nothing. That's why it's your duty to protect yourself. And let me
Mm-hmm.
say this to you. Just say you and I
And
was
mental health too.
okay,
Don't
yeah.
don't don't leave out mental
No,
health
let me
either,
just
bro.
say this. Let me say this. if two people get together, male and a female, and decide to go take a AIDS test or HIV test, okay, find out both of them are negative, which is a good thing. But if one of those
Mm-hmm.
partners go out and have unprotected sex, and the other partner still thinking that this person not infected, it could that test is non-void from that point.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember I called in on I think it was what's the channel, PBS channel or something. They was talking about call in, know your status and all that. And I made a point.
W22W11.
Yeah. I made a
Yeah.
point. I called in and I stung them counselors. I said, now if I go in with my partner and we both get tested and she negative, I'm negative, then one of us leave the fold and go have unprotected sex and come back into the fold. Now we still thinking we both negative. This person might be infected now. See, that's now show people. See, it's a slippery slope. I tell you, people sneaky. People ain't gonna tell you they sick. They're not gonna tell you because they don't want you looking them at a certain type of way. And going back to the mental health, they're not gonna tell you they got mentally challenged things.
Mm-hmm.
They get a check every month. They're not gonna say that. Tell you
Martin, I
that.
know someone who is. Oh, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I just back to the whole disease reference. The STD. I think so. There's a female that I know that's about 9 years younger than me, and she referenced, just was telling me like how she was dating this guy, and they openly tell each other, like, hey, I'm messing around with, someone else. Like, I don't know how in detail it is, but the younger adults now, I see that that's a thing now. That I don't know. To me, I think like they believe like psychologically, well, I'm telling you, so there shouldn't be a surprise. But people are more accepting of their sexual partners having other sexual partners nowadays.
Yeah, it freaks. They open it, they open. They open with their partner and stuff like that. They just open. They might be swingers. You got people that are swingers. They invited people into their bedroom and they go to parties like that. Well, you got some people, you might have a man that want to see his woman get down with another man. Not even join. He just want to see that. He's that freaky. That's his mindset. So you got people out here like that. They in circles like that. You got some men like to be dominated in the bed, like the woman to dominate them.
Mm.
You'll be surprised what go on people's bedroom. So I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of people open. They open. They know. Then what about you got these guys that allowing their women to go out there hustle and sell sex and bring the money back and they both get high with the money, pay the bills. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Then you got these DL brothers. They ain't feminine.
Pimping.
They're going out there hitting these punks in the buttocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And getting paid. And you got men out there that's having sex with other men for money and getting paid on a regular basis. And you got some gay men out there will pay other men to have sex with them. That's real. I mean, this is listen, this sex is powerful. Sex will take you out of here now. It will take you out if you ain't careful. That lust spirit will take you out of here. It's powerful. Don't nobody want to be by themselves. We all have feelings. And then you got some people in the same sex relationship, but they like both. And that person is even more dangerous because you like both sexes. You more apt, you really are high risk. Person that do both sex And a person that sleep with a lot of people is high risk. I'm telling you. And most men, I've been in conversations with men, how they brag and what they done to the woman. They don't tell how much money they got. They don't tell they've been to the clinic 2 or 3 times. They don't tell that. I've seen other men know they burning and won't go to the clinic and get that thing taken care of. But you go run it and go run into another woman. You know, that's dirty. We call that starting fires. Vice versa. It can go either way. So we got to be careful out here. It's serious out here. All in the name of sex. I saw you, you saw me. You had that little $10 outfit, skimpy outfit. Then you got some men, I'll be honest with you, that don't use condoms. They can't even get hard in the condom. They're not going to. I'm serious. You got men out here like that they ain't never use a condom. They can't use one. It won't work for them. You got some men. Then you got some women out here. They'll tell you, I'm allergic to condoms. You know, for real. So, you know, when you get that little alcohol in you and that little weed in you or pop a pill, you ain't thinking about no disease. You think about a feeling for a moment. Have a little fun. Tell you, it's real out here now.
It is.
It's, you know, and listen, the older you get, the more health challenges you're gonna have. Your body gonna move a little slow. Pressure might go up a little. You know, man. And a lot of that health challenges, it come from all that bad food that we've been eating. You eating all that poisoned food. Man, this is a good discussion, Bob. Nobody won't call in, man. I'm telling you.
Ain't nobody trying to talk to us, Martin. They just want to watch us, but they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah.
It's a different form of purveyorism.
Right. I mean, you know, hey, it is. It's real. It's real. I'm telling you. Nah, it's real. And most people out here that's having sex, most people that's having sex out here, some of them don't use protection. Well, you say, well, Martin, well, how you know that? They still having babies by these guys. Yeah. The clinic is real. The health clinic. Yeah, it's real. They talk that safe sex stuff.
Oh, do you see this comment?
Let me see what it says.
By Angel?
What Angel said? Let me see that. Let me see, Angel. What you said up here, Angel? Let me see. All right, Angel. Let's see. Let's see what Angel say. Angel says, my first husband was cheating on me with a white girl. Well, he got something from her, but he didn't want me to know. But a good friend of ours told me he worm, snake were swollen, something on it was swallowed so bad you couldn't tell his balls were worms. Oh my God. He put a 22 on me and 22 on me to have sex. I said, kill me. But his friend told him to play like he hurt himself on a job, and I left his ugly ASS. Okay, wow. Tell you, it's real out here. A lot of y'all women, y'all done been to the clinic. Don't get on here act like y'all ain't never been to no clinic. You know that man burnt you. You ain't never told me. You ain't never dealt with him. You know that man got you pregnant. You ain't never tell him you went to the chop shop. It's real. You know it. Let's keep it 100. Something that we don't like to do. Well, you said, well, Martin, I ain't got no babies. You killed them all. That's why you ain't got no babies. Yeah. Man, I knew of a woman that had at least 10 abortions. Might have been higher than that. She ain't living now, but I know personally 10 abortions. They want no kids. People, We got to pay. We're going to pay for some of the things that we've done in this life. We're going to pay, good or bad. I'm telling you. And that's why I'm so cautious of things like that. You know, cautious who I sleep with, who I lay down, who I entertain with. Cautious. You know, I'm 55 years old? Man, think about the average lifespan of a black man is probably 70 or 65, somewhere up in there. Come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to go out like that over no sex. You can't just look at a person and just say they're healthy. You don't know. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. Don't nobody want to be lonely. Everybody wants somebody. I think, well, at least I think they do. Some folks say they don't want nobody. Yeah.
My man is Jesus.
I heard that. Well, you sure you ain't got that toy under your mattress? That might be your man too. Because
No.
a lot of y'all wouldn't be talking, I'm celibate, but you got a big old dildo, long as your elbow, long as your arm. No, you can't, there ain't no celibacy.
Mark, what kind of question is that?
Yeah, I'm just saying it. I'm keeping it 100. Talking all that celibacy talk and you got a toy. You're not celibate. I remember I was on a party line. I'm serious. I was on a party line years ago, back in the 80s. I think it was 80s or 2000. And a girl got on there and talking about she haven't had sex in the whole year and all that. And we was in the chat box. I said, ma'am, can I ask you a personal question? Do you got a toy? Do you play with yourself? She said, yeah. I said, well, you still active. You still sexually active. Yeah. So don't get on here, women, talking about you celibate and you got a big old toy at home. You playing with yourself or playing with yourself with your finger. You still having sex. It may not be the biblical way of having sex, but it's anti-sex, I call it. Yeah. You still going for the pleasure. So don't get
so
in
it's
here.
that's not considered abstinence.
No, it's not. No, that's not. That's not at all. Come on now. You know, if you play with yourself, come on now. No.
Ms. Brown Price said that toy won't give you a disease, though.
No, it
It
won't.
will stay hard long as you want it to.
Yeah, and it won't. But guess what? That toy ain't gonna pay no rent either, no bills either. It ain't nothing like the real thing. I like orange juice, but ain't nothing like water.
Well, shit, neither is a nigga these days.
Yeah.
Let's circle back around to that.
So hey, it ain't our fault you can't find no man to satisfy you. You might have to check yourself. You know what I'm saying? When I tell people, when people come to me and talk bad about their baby daddies and all that, I say, well, you had a baby out of bomb. What that tell you about us? So I don't want to hear that. I don't hear nothing about nobody baby daddy. No bad news. You laid down with and had a baby by him. Some of y'all got 2 or 3 by him. It took you 2 or 3 babies to find out that he wasn't no good. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You know, it's real. And for those that been married 30, 40 years, don't get on here talking about you had a perfect marriage, because you know you probably had hell too in the house. 5 of them years, he wouldn't even having sex with you. He was gone. He was in and out. You know, I'm serious. But we got to be real with people, though. We just can't tell people, I've been married 40 years. But you got to get on it. I've been married for 40 years. Let me tell y'all, honey, it wasn't all peaches and roses and creams. And you know, when some of these men die, they got outside babies. You be looking at somebody coming up to the casket crying. You be like, who is that? That's your brother that you never met. That's your sister who you never met. See, we don't want to talk about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, these secrets come out when one of the parents die, especially when the man die. You got somebody crying at the casket, boo-hooing and crying and all that. I had a white guy told me that. He said, man, we at the funeral, we buried my father, and it was just black people come up to the casket crying and boo-hooing, and now we kept trying to figure out who were they, but that was his father's kids outside the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a lot of these men that's
That's
never
so
done.
wrong.
Yeah, listen, that's sneaky too. You
Yeah.
got some men that deny their children just to have been in a relationship with another woman. And it's wrong for any woman out there. Don't allow a man to take care of his babies. Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That he got outside of you. That's wrong. So what makes you think if he don't take care the one that he had before you, what you think he gonna do with yours when he get tired of you and going on to another one? Well, Martin, I'll put him on child support. Some men won't even work. You that child support keep adding up, you'll never get that money. He'd be on. Listen, I've known men to work a job, and as soon as the child support take them out of their check, they quit. They go find another job. Then the process start all over again. You got men out here playing that game.
Why? Why is it so? Why is it okay for men to do that? Why do
I didn't
men
say it was
feel
okay.
so comfortable?
I didn't say it was okay.
No, I know
now.
that.
Oh, okay.
But can you at least not that you have your own personal experience, but can you give insight as to why?
I can give you insight on that. Well, first
Okay.
of all, if a man don't bond with his small baby coming to the world, there's no attachment there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that, ladies. Remember that. And most of these unwanted pregnancy, they wasn't planned. And people know once a child is born, that's another level of responsibility that they have to take on. And some of these women are using the child as pawns to threaten the man. If you don't do that, I'm gonna put you on child support. You know, some of these men, they want to have fun. They want to play in the playground, but they don't want the responsibility of playing in the playground. So, ladies, if you wonder why that man doing what he doing, he ain't never bonded with the child that you had. He never really fully accept that.
What if there was a bond, Mark?
Most of the time it's a bond he'll do for a child. If he got a good heart, he'll do for a child. He'll put his little feelings to the side. Because then you got some men that have babies by women. And if the woman don't give him sex from here and there, he won't do nothing for the babies. I call that passive aggressive behavior. If you ain't laying down with him, you give him a little sex, he ain't gonna do nothing for the baby. But if you give him a little sex every now and then, you know, he'll kick down, even though he know you got somebody else. But some men are like that. Or if you got another man living with you, calling that's his baby, calling him daddy, that does something to a man too. So he figured like, okay, she got my baby calling this man daddy and all this. I'm done with it. I'm walking away for her. Let him have it. I'm just telling you. Now I know this.
So are you saying that it's not so are you saying mentally it's very easy for a man to detach from a child?
Yeah, of course. Well, listen, it's more so for a woman not to do it because it come from up out of her, but it don't come out of him. A man to put in his mind, it's man to put in the man, it's a possibility. It might not be mine. I did catch a cheating one time. I did see a guy text her phone. So they'll use that in their mind that, hey, I wasn't the only one having sex. It's a possibility it's not my baby. I'm just telling y'all, I know some of y'all experience some of these things that I'm talking about. This is real. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it, you know. This is real. This is what go on, you know.
What is the history to Papa being a Rolling Stone?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they say wherever he laid, that's his home, huh? You got some guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got some guys, every state they go in, they've been married. They married somebody. Never been divorced. They go get married to somebody. They keep marrying and all that. Yeah. So you man, listen. I had a friend that was having sex with women. They ain't never seen his ID. They ain't never know his real name. Didn't even know his last name. Doing all type of ungodly sex acts. Not one time, but continually. Continually. I give you a one night stand one time, maybe twice. I'll give you that. But if you messing with a guy on a regular basis, having sexual relationship with a guy, and you never seen his ID or don't know his last name, or you only know his street name, Red, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy. Now you laughing, but you're crazy. I'm telling you. Yeah. We got another caller. 7708. I think I know who it is. Yeah, but I'm just keeping it 100. 7708. Come on, caller.
How we doing, Martin? How we doing?
Good, bro. This is deep conversation, ain't it? Go ahead.
Oh Lord, they finna double team me, y'all.
No, ain't nobody double team.
Ain't not gonna be no double team.
Listen, baby, listen. This have been a healthy discussion. Nobody jumped down your throat. You basically what you was doing on here today.
With y'all.
You was interviewing me. I wasn't interviewing you. Okay. You was interviewing me. I'm the host. Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
So I wanted to come in on the last point that was just brought up, just to give my experience. And I want to back up something you were saying, Martin. In terms of a man being connected to that child, I just want to ask the woman a question real quick before I say what I want to say. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Oh. With my best friend from high school, but not no sexual manner, just.
Okay, wonderful. And so to Martin's point, we know that a baby.
Okay.
Oh no. So a baby grows inside a woman, and she has a physiological, biochemical type of connection to the child, to where she knows how the baby responds to the food, to this, to that. And although a baby can identify a father's voice and the father can interact with the womb, he doesn't have that same experience. And a woman, essentially, in my opinion, has a 9-month head start in terms of a relationship with that child. And so as a father, if you're not present for the birth, if you're not there in those initial stages, you're already playing catch up. So I think it's easy for a man who don't already have a connection to automatically just feel like he in love with this child if he hasn't been there. Like, it's so easy to be an absentee father when you're already behind. And so as a father, you have to be diligent and really have to be on top of your game in order to make your own connection with the child. Something that a mom already has a 9-month head start on, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not, a lot of men, like they say, like kids that don't show up on the first day of school, the chances of them going to jail is that much higher. If you're not there for the birth, the chances of you interacting with that child is going to be less. And then if you're just not there, putting the child on your chest, talking to the child, reading with the child, interacting, if you don't create an emotional connection with your child as a father, it's going to be so easy to just neglect that child and not interact with them. But if you have a true emotional connection, you're not going to go for no weekend daddy type thing. You're not going to go for just any type of custody type of thing if you're not with the woman anymore. So I think it has to do with the connection you make. And if you don't do it from the beginning, you're going to fail because you're already behind. The mom already got an advantage on you, in my opinion. So, but the expectation that a father just going to love this child as soon as the baby is born, I don't think it's automatic like that. Just like you don't believe in love at first sight. It takes us a minute sometimes to accept the child and embrace the child and embrace our fatherhood and really do what we need to do. It's different. And there's no excuse. I just think it's a little different because we don't have that same physiological type of connection with the child like y'all do from the beginning.
Well, say that.
So a man really got to be on his job, though.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. Can I ask you both something?
Go ahead, Miss Interviewer.
From what the caller just said, from the other caller, and what you said, Martin, in regards to, and not just being a father to children, would you say that men are not emotionally intelligent then?
No.
Yeah.
No. What you trying to say? Emotionally attached. Then you have to bond.
Because no. Well, I'm not, and I don't just mean that with the children. with just the children aspect, because we've said a lot, Martin, me and you discussed a lot about men and, women just going back and forth. And I just wanted to, like I said, I was saying just pretty much because I'm nowhere near believing the devil, but I wanted to play the devil's advocate, just to voice many people's different opinions from different aspects. But in essence, do you think that men are emotionally ignorant? Like men, no?
Go ahead.
Can I answer that, Martin?
Yeah, go ahead and answer that.
Yeah, I want you to answer it.
Okay, so I think upbringing has a lot to do with your emotional integrity. If you were raised with a father and a mother, and you had a healthy balance of how you was raised, you got to see a man's role, a woman's role. I think you understand more who you are as a person in society, and you can tap into some of those things like emotional intelligence. And especially, and then if you navigate that into relationships, if you with a partner that communicates well, effectively, lets you know their needs, and it's reciprocal in that way, then you can see that type of intelligence activated. But if you were someone that's from a broken situation, they don't know how to communicate, and he don't know how to I think it's something that can be learned and matured over time. But look at the men you expecting to have emotional intelligence. Look at their upbringing. Look at their background. So it all depends on who you asking this of. It's a lot of women that don't have emotional intelligence. Just because you're a woman don't mean you're emotionally in tune with who you are and know how to request your needs and to communicate your needs like that. So we both humans. So it's not like men lack something and women have it. It's not automatic on both sides. So men have the capacity to have a high emotional intelligence. Traditionally, they say that women have they're more emotionally in tune, but men have emotions, they got feelings. But I think that upbringing has a lot to do with it. If you have a man who was raised by a woman or never had his father around, he's hurting. It's going to be a lot of stuff that man got built up in him, a lot of anger, a lot of stuff going on. So it's really about the type of partner that you're entertaining, in my opinion. So who are you asking about this emotional intelligence from?
Oh no, this is.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general. Like, don't expect it from a person who don't have the right background.
The structure.
I wouldn't expect emotional maturity from a woman who was raised without a father in the home and think that they don't need him. Like, I don't expect much from her emotionally.
So what's your, to circle back around to the beginning, what's your, what are your thoughts on, the list of restaurants that women have?
We don't need to answer that. Let's go back to this. That's
I want to know.
What's the question, Mark? I just want to know the question.
Man, listen, some little chick put on there, on her first day, dude tried to take her to Applebee's, and she acted like she didn't want to get out of the car. She felt that was an insult and all that. Then there was somebody put a list.
But there's a list of restaurants.
But that's nothing. Yeah. Listen. Some of y'all better be glad somebody's trying to spend some money on you.
Thank you.
That's what you ought to be grateful.
Hey,
nobody owe you nothing.
Hey, Mark, I feel the same way.
Yeah, you ought to be glad. I'm telling you, y'all need an alpha male like me. I'll make you stay home and cook the meal. Nah, since you want what you want, okay, let's go to the store and buy it, and you stay home and cook it. We both cook it. You ain't want to put the work in and do that, but you want to get treated like a queen and don't put nothing on the table. So, everybody ain't going. Now, if I tell women, you got a lot of women out here call men tricks and Vicks and all that. A man give you $1,000 and he still got 20,000 in his bank account, or 10,000, 9,000. He still got money. You ain't break him. And look, I'm gonna tell you something. Any woman that get any money out of me, it ain't you're not tricking me. It's because I want you to have it. Period. So that's that. You ain't gonna never trick me out of no money. Now you might lie to me to get some money out of me, and I can't prove it. But just straight out tricking me and all that. If I don't want you to have nothing, I'm not gonna give it to you. You know,
But
that's
you
the
know
type.
what, Martin?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Well, when it starts like that, it immediately in my mind, okay, this is gonna be a transactional type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm buying this and this, and like we doing favors for one another. Like this is not based off of love. This is based off of you having that bag and you provide for me financially, and then I needing you to do certain favors, usually sexually. So this is when we getting into the money and where you taking me, and she not grateful or content with the fact of me just doing this gesture. I'm already knowing what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even looking at you as potential marriage material
Not at all.
because you already let me know you're more material.
Yep. Then not at all.
Come on, brother.
So guess what? So if I follow hard times and I ain't got that bag, I already know she's not gonna stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He bought her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my thing is,
And guess
too,
what? So am I gonna
love
treat her like a quality woman if I had to buy her? Or how you think I'm gonna look at her?
Yeah.
And how you think I'm gonna look at her emotional intelligence?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we needed you to call in.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, that's a man. That's a man. But he right. I mean, if she out there tricking off with sex, men, get money for sex and all that, who else she tricking off with? And most time they doing it one, they got 2 or 3 other partners too out there. I'm telling you.
I had this lady when I was a little bit younger. I had this lady tell me, she said, "You got your boyfriend paying for your hair?" She said, "I would have had my boyfriend pulling up in the front, another guy pulling up in the back, of the job. I would have had another guy pulling up in the back to drop off money, and I would have had another guy when my boyfriend left to bring me lunch." I was baffled when she told me that. I had never thought of nothing like that.
Oh yeah, you got women out here like that. They got a guy to come by. The only one where he'll take it to the laundromat. But I'm gonna tell you, it's the lame guy, and I hate to say this, that a woman should look at, because if you look at a street person, a slick person, and you slick and he's slick, it's a lame will come home every day, pay the bills. He family oriented. Now, he may not be dressed the part the way you like and all that, but it is what it is. If you want a family structure, you're going to get Slick Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Slick Willie got all these fancy motorcycle, a yacht, old school car. And most of them guys like that got them toys. Oh, they players. They got a side woman.
A-holes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And I tell the women, men going to be mad for me saying this, but the biggest whores out there is them CTA bus drivers, the police, post office, businessmen. They work in the public, man.
And the one that got boats on 31st.
Yeah, So, hey. Because you're going to have them little groupies going there and want to go ride. Now, they know what's up. When they get in the middle of that water, you know what time it is. They dropping them underwear, You know it. Let's keep it real. Listen, you got the average person out here that if they can cheat and they think they can get away with it, they'll do it. But if you got a person that know they can cheat and know they can get away and don't do it, I respect that person. That's loyalty. Loyalty goes a long way. And anybody out here that's looking for a person to be in a relationship, you don't want nobody else. You don't want no other person. You want that person to have eyes for you and you only, nobody else. Now, question I'm going to ask you, young lady, you are young under me. Can a woman be in love with 2 people?
No.
Okay, tell me why.
I think, well, for myself, I ain't just gonna make it about me. I think that women have, let me rephrase. I say no. For me, it's because I'm focusing on one person. Like that's my goal. That's who I want to make happy. That's who I'm dedicated to. That's who I want to be exclusive with. I think that exclusivity is such a elite word. It's an elite action. It's at the top. Like when we're exclusive, that's it. I don't want to. Who want to suck to this?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I ain't
know,
got time.
but
Who got time for that?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Who want to cook 2 different meals at 2 different houses? You know, like it's a lot. It's too much to juggle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's too much energy to put out. You know, I ain't got time for all that.
Let
So,
me just say this.
no.
I want to give a shout out to women, to all those women that's on this live right now, and the ones that's going to look at this live. I want to give a shout out to you for not being the second woman on the list. All right, because you got some women out there. If they can't be number one, they definitely ain't gonna be number two. So I want to give a shout out to those women that's standing their ground for being the point guard, if I may use that term, that street term. And that's real talk. Because some of you women out there, you will settle for being the second one because he's doing things for you, buying you things and all that. Showering you with gifts, purses, getting your hair done, but you are the second. He ain't gonna need the first one because he done already bought you. He got you. So I'm giving a shout out to all those women out there that decide that they weren't gonna be second best. I think that's a good compliment. What you think, brother?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now I have a question, Martin.
Yes, go ahead.
But yeah, definitely shout out to the woman that stay true. But in terms of exclusivity, I've had a conversation last night, and I want to ask you all about this. Now, a lot of times a woman might have a gay guy friend, and the gay guy friend is able to touch on her, grab her butt, grab her breast, and I have a problem with that. If I'm in a relationship with, why is that permissible when a woman can't come up, whether she's a stud or whatever the case may be, and grab on me? How is that? Is that still being exclusive? Do a woman think that that's okay in an exclusive relationship?
Martin, you want to answer that first?
Man, I don't know nothing about that. That's something. Well, you know what? That gay person.
Okay, so I'll answer.
Go ahead.
And that's kind of like what we see with what's his name? Tucson and Ari. For people that don't know who they are socialites, black socialites. Ari is a socialite from Chicago, and she's a rapper's baby mama. She has a assistant who is a male, and a lot of people speculate that he is not as gay as he portrays himself to be, because now a lot of men act as if they are gay for popularity, and they aren't, which is weird. It's a backwards type of thing. I think in regards to
and then that gay man got access. He can watch her get dressed, touch all on her from the stuff that I done seen, and the guy he's supposed to be with supposed to be okay with this.
Well, let me say this. Let me y'all. Let me jump in real quick. There's a such thing as a man being feminine and not gay. So you have to know that you got some men that are feminine, but they're not gay.
Right, of course.
So that could be the case because they're just very feminine, but they're not gay. They have not committed no homosexual act. They don't desire, but they're just feminine. Now they can get turned out to be gay, but they're feminine. So I understand what you're saying, brother. I never looked at it like that, but I look at it like that. If he got a penis,
I've seen a lot of gay men around these women, and they again get to see her naked, get dressed, be around her, touch on her. And I remember one time, just a person, but oh no, this my gay friend. He don't even like me like that. It's still a man, in my opinion, and it's disrespectful for him to have anyone to have access to your body other than me. If I'm supposed to be with you and we exclusive, so I just want to know what the expectations are.
I do not think that I don't think that it's something that should be taken lightly from my perspective as a woman. And I definitely think that that's something off guard. That's what do you call it? When it's just like a no-go, like when a person just has like their boundaries. I think that
non-negotiable.
Yeah, thank you. It's a non-negotiable. I think that if you have a partner and you have this male friend that um, you know, prefers the same sex, then why do you need to touch on her? Why do you need to touch on me? I don't get that. I don't so I would agree with the male that's in a relationship. Um I'm sorry, y'all, I got a lot of feedback. I don't know why.
You ain't been getting it.
But I definitely I agree with you. Like that's boundaries need to be respected in the relationship. No, the gay man should not be able to touch all over the female. Just period. No.
That's a good question.
Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of this go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta respect your partner. You know what I'm saying?
But
At the end
see,
of the day, that's still a masculine male, regardless of
But I
how
see her girlfriends too. I see the girlfriends touching on each other's breasts
I don't
in front of them. Like, hold on, I'm not cool with that. Why is
yeah,
you letting other
no,
people touch on your body like this?
no, I don't agree with none of that. I
Because
don't think that's
girlfriends
right.
do this though, right? I mean, I don't sound ridiculous. Like this stuff does go on, right?
No, no. You're not being ridiculous at all. Your boundaries are not being respected. And I don't think it's cute. And I don't think that you should be rage baited. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes females like that. They want you to be like a little bit jealous over them. They want you to get angry and, puff up your chest and all of that. But why do you want to see that reaction out of, your partner, somebody that you love? Why would you want to see that? Why do you want to see the person that you with get that angry and that upset and territorial over you?
Like we out at the
No.
club and your homegirl twerking on you and you slapping on the butt, and as your partner, I'm supposed to just be cool with that and let it ride.
I mean,
Like,
it can be cute, like once if y'all do it, it's a space between y'all, do it. But in excess, there should be there should be just a minimum of things. Don't what they say. Don't do too much. Don't do too much.
I don't think it either is yes or no. It's no gray area. It is inappropriate. So you just said, well, it could
Yeah.
be cute, but then earlier you said, well, you agree. So that's where the confusion come in. Yeah,
No.
it might look
So
cool,
what I
but
do
then
when I say don't do too much. You like as a female, from a female perspective, we get in the club, we want to shake a little, shaky. Okay, that's it. That's cool. That's cute. But don't do too much. Don't be disrespectful. Don't disregard the fact that I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? And
now,
that's
Martin.
if I put myself in your place.
Now, Martin,
Oh,
if
he-
you see
he-
your woman
okay.
and she in the club with her girlfriends and they twerk on each other, touching on each other, are you comfortable with that?
No, I'm not
just
comfortable
wondering
with it.
if I'm out
Not
of
at
pocket.
all. Not at all. And especially she said she's
Martin
straight.
sat forward for that.
No, yeah, I did. Not at all. I don't play that. Listen,
Right,
y'all know.
thank you.
Listen, y'all know I'm straight up and down. And if I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you. See, most men, to me, they afraid to tell a woman how they feel because they afraid if they do that, he ain't gonna be able to have sex with her later on. I don't care if I don't get it. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Because just like that, you got the same permission as I do. If you see something I'm doing that you don't like, speak on it. You're an adult, speak on it. Speak on it. So I'm gonna
And
tell
if I know you in the habit of allowing someone to touch on you, what's to stop you from going the next step?
right. And I don't see nothing cute about women be hitting each other on the booty. I just don't like that. Me personally, I don't like it. It's too much gay stuff going on. And if you ain't you to claim to being straight, now if you're a bisexual, I understand. You like both sex. I understand. But if you claiming yourself to be a heterosexual and you kissing women and they feeling on you and you putting your hand down their pants and all that stuff.
Mark, that's going too far now.
Yeah. Cause see,
No.
let me
When
just.
I don't want y'all to.
Hold on, young lady.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. You got some bisexual men feel like because they screwing another man, they're not gay. You got bisexual men out here.
Gay.
Yeah, but they don't consider themselves as being gay because they
You gonna
identify.
always be gay.
Yeah, well, they identify themselves, but they ain't switching and talking like that. You know, you got some men, they bottoms and some tops. The tops think that they are not gay. Then you got some women, they'll let a woman eat her out and they consider themselves as not gay because they're not doing
This
it.
is X-rated.
Well, I got to tell the truth
know
and
what,
shame the
Martin?
devil.
Get out. Get
Tell
out.
the truth and shame the devil.
Go ahead, my brother.
I've met a woman, right, and she told me she was bisexual,
Right.
but she wanted to be monogamous with me. So I say, well, you ain't bisexual no more. Like, I understand you have an eye for a woman, but if we monogamous, now you have just entered a heterosexual relationship. So basically, all you doing by telling me you bisexual, letting me know you don't want to be monogamous. Because if you want to enter this monogamy, then it's just a man and a woman. So I don't understand why you telling me you bisexual unless you plan on still having sex with other partners.
Maybe it's for a wow factor.
But it means nothing to me unless, again, so what are we doing here? Why do I need to know you bisexual unless you don't want to be exclusive?
Maybe that is maybe her saying that she's bisexual is just her, just telling you what her traumas are, Like a lot
That's
of
how
times
letting me
people
know she don't plan on being faithful.
Well, let me just say this.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
This sister.
People try to find connections with
Let
you.
me say
So,
this. No woman that I'm dealing with, and if I find out you're bisexual, I'm cutting you loose, period. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't satisfy no bisexual woman. I can only do one end of it, period. So I'm not gonna waste no 2-3 years with you. I don't care how fine you are, how great your sex is. I'm not gonna waste no time with you, and I know it'll never go nowhere because you will always have eyes for the opposite sex,
Exactly,
same sex, and that I can't do nothing with that. Me, period. I can't do that. I know a woman is a woman, but I just can't do nothing with it. We still could be friends, but far as intimate involved, never. Nah.
right.
okay.
So I'm like, why are you telling me this when you're not gonna be monogamous? I already know you got this thirst still for women. You still yearn for women. So the only reason you telling me you bisexual because you still want to be out here like that. And in that instance, we not gonna mess around.
I have a question for both of y'all. I'm sorry, I got some information. What is computing in your mind? What's your name? I'm sorry, we didn't get your name. Is that okay? What's that? What's computing in you and Martin's mind that makes you feel that or have this sense of inferiority?
Inferiority to who?
Oh yeah, to what? Yeah.
To another female. Like, to me, I feel like that's a sign of an inferiority complex because you guys are already counting yourself out to women who.
It's not even that. Would you date a man who likes to have sex with men?
Hell no.
Thank you. So what's the difference?
Questions, yeah.
Because
are you inferior to the other men?
huh? No, I ain't.
Okay, then. So what are we talking about then?
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
He reversed it on you, sister.
Some serious information. No, I'm sorry. I just got some serious some text message. But no, I do not inferior to another man. Like, I ain't compete with another man. I'm a very feminine woman. Like, I love
you just
giving
answered your
my
own
lashes
question.
and eyebrows and stuff. Okay. But a man's strength is different from a woman. You get what I'm saying?
We're just talking about
like, you're a
active.
man.
People
if a woman is coming to you and she's saying that she needs something from you, then why be like, you know what? I know this is gonna be short, so I'm preparing to deuce the fuck out.
No, notice what I said. Notice what I said. I said we still can be friends. I didn't just write her off. What I'm saying is, what I'm just saying, hold on. What I'm saying is, we're not going there in no bedroom, period. That's what I'm saying. That's off limits. I'm not going to waste my time. Listen, if I don't see it ain't going nowhere, why even listen? One thing I learned about life, you don't have to worry about stopping nothing if you don't start it. So at this point in life, I'm 55 years old. How long I'm going to be on earth with good health? I don't know. So I'm not going to waste no time on somebody that don't know what they want. Today you want a man, tomorrow you want a girl. I can't, I'm not going to be, it's bad enough I'm trying to compete with men for your attention. Then I ain't no competition to another woman.
I happen to know of a few females that have been in relationships with females, whole, long, drawn out relationships with females for years. And they are now married and have been married for years and have children and are deeply, seriously, truly in love.
Okay.
And it's not a facade.
You can still
like
be.
This is a,
listen, hold on. You still could
with
be.
their husband.
Listen, you could still
in
be
love
gay.
with their husband.
You still could be gay and in love with your straight husband.
It's more.
I mean,
wait a minute. So now you're gonna make me be on the defense for these types of women because sexuality is fluid when it comes to women. It's not so much when it comes to men. Look, don't do me, Westside. Don't do me.
Listen, you can't listen. You can tell us about a woman, but you can't tell us about no man.
But
we're a man.
No, I can't. But what I'm saying is, as men, do not count yourselves out. Do not develop, because you both are very strong, intelligent men. But I don't want you to, and I understand you don't want to set yourself up for failure. I would never want you guys to set yourself up for failure. I wouldn't even lead you in that direction to set yourself up for failure.
But you know what you're doing though. But
I want y'all to give people the benefit of the doubt, because that's who I am. Myself out of
it's kind of presumptuous on your part to think that that's where we going with that. Just like I wouldn't mess with someone who got down with a woman, I wouldn't mess with someone who's actively taking drugs. There's certain standards I have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can be who you are, but in terms of me being with you, I can't associate myself with that. So it's just a certain standard. It's not that I can't take her and cuff her and make her mad, and I can't win over her heart. I'm just not going to engage with a woman who engaged in those type of behaviors. That's all that is. It's not that I think that I'm inferior or this or that. I just know she's still out there, and she's just not going to be satisfied with just me alone. Especially if she's telling me I'm bisexual. What is that supposed to mean to me? That let me know, okay, you still want to play.
Would you prefer if a woman came to you and said, and just led you to presume that she is just a heterosexual woman and lie?
No, be you. But understand that you being you may mean that you're not suited for me. I'm not the man for you. I want you to be who you are 100%. Don't lie about who you are. That's going to make it even worse. But every woman is not for me. I don't date any type of background.
Stick your dick in everything.
Exactly. And I want a woman who, what they used to say, is strictly dickly, who don't have eyes for nothing other than a man. Now, if she's in an experimental stage of life, I don't want no woman that hasn't had a set, her personality and identity hasn't been set yet. If you still experimenting with who you are, trying to figure out who you are, you need to go on that journey with someone else. I need someone that's pretty much secure with who they are. And in their life, their career, their finances, all these different things. If you in the middle of trying to figure out who you are as a woman, I'm going to go ahead and step aside from that, let you figure that out. Then come to me once you figure out who you are. Yeah. So the woman you said was with a woman for some years, now is happily married. I don't know.
I guess that's a plan. But I'm not saying a gay woman can't change. And you know, you got some people that have experienced a gay life and completely turned themselves around. That can happen. Just like a drug addict. I know people have been clean for 30 years, 35 years. It can happen. So if you coming out right out the door.
And I know that there's a such thing as midlife crisis. Like some people finding themselves midway through too.
Yeah.
Oftentimes that gay stuff is a response. So they've been hurt, they've been damaged, neglected, abused, and it's a response. This is not something you've grown up and you were just quote unquote born gay. Not to say that they can't happen. Oftentimes it's a response.
I don't
right. Oftentimes it's something that's happened. And until a man proves different, she may say, well, look, I'm just going to hate men, disregard men. So oftentimes it's a response. And that's why a lot of women engage in same-sex activity. They may not say that, but it's oftentimes a response of what happened to them.
Well, my thing is
Levante Burke says, relationship, go look at the mother and granny. They ain't got a man, run.
I heard that. Well, my thing is this. My thing is like this. Every man and every woman know their appetite at the end of the day. You know what you desire. Now, as far as a man could be gay or not, born gay or not, I don't know. I don't know. But I would never know. Only a gay person would know that. They could tell you that. But I don't know. But I believe a person can be born gay. But I'll say this. And Westside, he's the type of guy that I know. Feel like I liberty to say that. He's not going to mess with you if you'd have both parents in the house. It's just something he's not going to mess with you. Once he find out that you didn't have both parents in the house, he's not going to mess with you. That's how some people are. They have their standards and what they believe in.
But you know what?
Guess what, Mark? It's not about your height, your weight, your skin tone. I want to know that family background first. It's nothing superficial or material about me. I want to know their upbringing before we even get anywhere, because that's going to let me know what I'm working with.
For Westside, you know what? There's nothing wrong with you having that standard. And I want the viewers to know that. And I don't think that means that you uppity. Because guess what? White people vet their partners all the time. Right down to who they have their children by. They want to know what you have. See, as Black people, we just lay down and we procreate. For white people, it is a business deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an investment. This is a future. They want to know if there's mental illness, if there's a history of mental illness, if there's a history.
It shouldn't be a white thing. That should be universal, right? Because what you just talking about, that's exactly the process in which I get to know someone. When we go on a date, it's not, no, I'm getting right to the nitty gritty. I'm trying to figure out all this stuff to see if we compatible in this way.
Why don't we do that? Why don't Black people do that?
Yeah, well, a lot of us do that. If you ain't jumping in the bed with a woman real quick, you want to have a conversation. Nobody gonna just be jumping in no bed with nobody. Even though you look good, smell good, and all that, I want to see where you're headed, what you're about. I said that earlier. And if I was out here slinging everywhere, I'd be all over social media. Oh, girl, he hit him. He had, no. So, I mean, like you said, I'm a hot commodity. I probably am, but I'm not going to just be laying with any and everybody because I'm hot. Because I'm going to tell you, if I ain't had a position in life I have now, they probably would walk right past, wouldn't even say nothing to me. Mike Jones said it. Back then, they didn't want me, but now I'm hot. They all on me. Seriously.
But I want to respond to this as well real quickly. It's like we got to see how we meet our partners as well. Did you meet them in a book club, and were you at having coffee, or did you meet them when you was at the President's Lounge off 75th and she had 6 shots on the table and you ordered a drink? Like, how are we meeting people? And so oftentimes it's physical. You look at them, we can probably sleep with them within a week of meeting them, get up with them, buy them a drink, buy them a bag of weed, take them out. You probably gonna have sex that night. And we so quick to sleep with each other, so we sleep first and then we ask questions later. Oftentimes a man can't point to nothing other than her booty. He said, man, what was it about it that, how y'all get together? He could just look at it. He don't even know her background, if she had a dad in her life, mental illness in her back. He just, man, look at her body. She thick as hell. Excuse my language, but this is the only way he can even explain why he's with her. He don't even got no love story. She don't got no love story. He pulled up, he had 24s on his Chevy. I hop in the car. Like, that's how a lot of our love stories start off.
Yeah.
You can't build no foundation from that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, I don't think people have the patience to actually get to know each other or the vulnerability to expose yourself enough so the person can get to know you. So it's easy to spread your legs, but to actually let someone in your heart and in your mind, a lot of these people, especially in today's world, that's the scary part. They don't want to do that.
I got a question for you, Westside.
Okay.
Do you think that it's just what we see within our community? Do you think that other communities have the same background, story?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just that we don't control the media. So it looked like overwhelmingly Black people are doing behaviors more than other people. Everyone's doing it. We human beings. People procreate. People go partner with who's available to, like, this stuff going across the board. I don't care what country you're from. I don't care. Like, these are just human behaviors. It's not exclusive to the Black community. Not at all. It's just what we see because we don't control the media. So it's what they want us to see. So it seems like we're the worst of the worst, and the only ones doing certain behavior. Everybody doing it.
Y'all are so dope.
Thank you. But you know what? Normally, let me say this, Queen. Let me say this. Normally, men of our caliber don't have conversations like this in the public with women. They don't. Everything is such a big secret. It's just a big secret. So when I tell something and explain something on here, I'm speaking out of experience or I know of a story. So this is not make-believe. So we have to be careful how we choose each other. And sometimes it's good to date, till you know each other before you lay down. It's excellent. It really supposed to be married. But anyway, you don't want it because you might not even like that person. Have you ever slept with a person, then you go back on yourself like, man, what was I thinking about? I don't even like him. I got, that have happened to me. That have happened to me. Like, man, this person, like the brother said, we have sex first and ask questions later. Now baby is conceived. She don't like me. I don't like her. Now she threatened to put child support on me. And by her being threatened to put child support, I won't even want to bond with the baby. And
you're not really going to bond with it if you barely bonded with her. Right. You don't even know her. And she expected him to be around. I don't even know you like that. And not to give an excuse or a pass, but this is what goes on.
That's so true. All right, y'all. My eyes are getting tired. I'm sleepy. I got to get up.
Fiona Owen says,
what she said? Go ahead, read it.
She says, sex complicates judgment.
Okay. Okay. Now we know everybody think like some people just,
Martin, it's getting good. Don't shut it down yet. It's getting good. We just started.
Hey, look, Martin's eyes is low over there.
Hey, if you didn't know me, you'd think I smoked some weed or something. But my eyes drop, boy. When I eat and get tired, my eyes just like they're already tight.
What you eat, Martin?
Man, I ate 13 wings today. Straight. No hot sauce, no lemon pepper on it, nothing. Just straight wings.
It must have been straight out the grease, too.
Straight out the grease. Come on, baby. You know it. That was early today, though. I didn't go to sleep after I ate either because I hate doing that, too. I can, but I hate doing
I didn't even realize it was 1:45.
See? Now I'm about to pass the tray. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to pass the tray around. Schools and said, y'all got to pay the minister. I get all this free information out here. Hold on, let me play that music. Let me get some of that gospel music going up in here. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. Yeah, but it was a good discussion. And one thing about me, I'm open when it comes to talk about sex. I'm open when it's come to talk about issues of same sex and all that. I love everybody. I don't have to agree with you or go out with you and play pool with you and be seen with you. Yeah, but because most people, well, you don't like that I'm gay. Nah, I mean, that's your lifestyle. You can do what you do. That's what you do. I have no control over what you are. I don't have a heaven or hell to put in nobody. Listen, it take a lifetime to work on myself. No longer trying to get another man in order or a woman in order. But I don't agree with the lifestyle.
Tell me about it.
It just, I mean, and I'm going to tell you what another sister told me. She said, Martin, each and every last one of us are ugly to somebody. There's somebody out here that we real ugly to. So, sister, I might be hot, but it's somebody out here that don't like me. And I ain't their type. And So it's that, it is what it is. But one thing, I ain't gonna be no thought.
Yes. I ain't heard that one though.
Nah. Now you'd have called me some years ago. Now it'd have been on. It'd have been on. It'd have been on. I ain't gonna lie to you, sister. You'd have called me. I'd have been up and down this timeline and the inboxes and everything.
Oh my God!
I'm a big boy now. I listen. I don't have to touch you to make love. You know what I'm saying?
Martin, you're not an old man, despite how you try to put on. You're not an old man.
I am an old man. Yeah.
No, you like that.
Well, I want to say one thing. I think it's important to hear, because I'm in my 40s, but Martin is older than me, so he, I don't want to call him my elder, but he is, and I appreciate Martin just speaking with you and getting knowledge from you and wisdom, because if you hear the same conversation with younger men, it's going to sound completely different. So Martin talked about his growth, his maturity. And so when we talk about standards and things like that, it may be a different type of narrative if you hear it from other men. But you talking to the men that have discipline, that have certain standards. We're not just going to entertain any type of woman. You know what I mean? Everyone not suited for us. And I'm not even just talking about intimately. I'm talking about friendships and all that. If you don't move a certain way, I'm going to disengage from you. And I have every right to do that. Not to say I'm better than you or this or that, but I don't have to be around that energy. And so
your patience is set up differently.
Right. And so it's not, earlier to your point, being intimidated, this or that. Hey, I just don't want to be around it. That's
I don't want to call you
just being around like-minded people. Right, of course. It's just being around like-minded people.
Yeah.
You want to be aligned, equally yoked. You want to have similar mindsets, similar ways of thinking about how you save, how you spend, how you invest, where you might want to live. I want to be on par with my partner. You know what I'm saying? I want in every way, or at least 80, 90%. And we want, we cut from the same type of cloth. We come from similar backgrounds. Okay, so this is how I'm trying to move.
Well, intimidated was the wrong choice of words, so I apologize about that.
That's okay.
For to you and to Martin. But just like I enjoyed this dialogue between you and Martin, I would also like the perspective of a young guy. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to know how the community is moving. You know what I mean? A young guy, a young lady. It's important because I feel like if we can reach them or, hear what they have to say, then maybe y'all can, shape their mind or, their perspective, and they can take that back to their community. You know what I mean? Like, don't just let them make up their own, assumptions and just, like wisdom is something that was.
Yeah, go ahead, brother, because I want to say something. Go ahead, brother.
Just real quick. It's things, and I agree with you, sister. I know exactly what you mean. But, and not to say but, it's things that people told me at 12 or 13 that I'm just now starting to understand. So sometimes you try to get information and people just not in the right space to receive it. It's things that people have told me 6 times, and it's that 7th time. Like, oh, that's what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. I didn't really start to transform my mindset in terms of wanting to be monogamous and respecting myself and my body and women until I had a daughter, and until I was around 33. Up until that point, I was out here reckless. You know what I'm saying? I was out here. I ain't gonna lie. And so sometimes you have to allow people to just live and breathe. And you, even though you're giving them the information, sometimes people don't receive it when you want them to receive it. And not to say that a younger person shouldn't be involved in the conversation and this and that. It's just sometimes people have different spaces and different periods of life to receive certain information.
Important. It's important. I feel like it's important.
Definitely.
Because who is having conversations with them? Mm-hmm. Who is that's talking true. To them?
Right.
It's so much anger that's out here. If people have no regard for their own lives, they don't know how to handle their emotions, so they think, that them not being here because of the influences that's out here now. They think like, oh well, maybe I shouldn't just be here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not so. Okay. I actually listened to a Rod Wave song the other day. That shit is depressing. Who the hell listens to that? Look at the frequency that music is playing. It is playing on to the younger adults, to the youth, and people are allowing these frequencies to touch their children's ears.
Mm-hmm. Good analogy.
It speaks to the mental health of just the general population. People going through things and hurting. And I do believe everyone should come to the table to have these conversations, because I benefited as a youth being a part of conversations like this. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, it was elders that allowed me in some spaces. Mm-hmm. And there were some spaces they didn't allow me. But I'm glad that I was around people that have talked. And I still reach out to Martin and we talk on a personal level. And so it's nothing wrong with someone. Everyone should be able to have these type of conversations and give their perspective. I agree with that.
But let me say this, guys. I got to close it out. Men and women do not know each other. They don't understand each other. They really don't. Because if we did, we wouldn't even have discussions like that. We don't know each other. We understand. I remember, and you remember that show, I asked the men, what is it that they don't like about women? And men said it. And the women got upset. But I listen, now, instead of the women sitting back.
Already.
Yeah, listen, instead of the women sitting back, taking notes. That was the purpose of the live. So men can be free and tell you how they really feel. The women could not accept it. If a man say he don't like all that weave, he don't like it. But he'll still talk to a woman with weave. But he was telling you what he don't like. You have that right to say what you don't like about a woman. The women got upset. We don't like no short diggling man. Start going all off the wall and, it's everything. Then I gave the women a chance. So what I'm saying is, instead of the
women.
When
was this meeting, Martin?
Just inbox me and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Just inbox me and I'll send it to you. And I had a live on that. And it's real. So what I'm saying is, people, this is what I'm saying. Instead of the women sitting down, taking notes, just take notes and see how these men really think. And that's what I tell a woman. I'm a man and I know how we think. Now, you can tell me about a woman because you're a woman and you know everything. I would never know what it is to have a menstrual cycle. The real, I wouldn't know. Now, I could read up on it, study up on it, but to experience that, I'll never know. Well, you said, well, Martin.
Levante, repost that.
Yeah. Well, you said, well, Martin, well, you got some ladies, they act just like a man, but they're not a man. That's what you call, they're acting. You're not a man. You'll never know how we feel.
Martin.
What?
You said earlier you were saying how women have. Oh wait, before I skip to that, can you reopen that discussion? That's number one. Please reopen that discussion. Please bring that discussion back, and please bring it back at a time where more people can. You can have more viewers, and more people can chime in because I think that with the social dialogue that's transpiring right now, that would be a healthy
Well,
discussion.
let me
That's
share
one.
some. Let me share some with you, sister. The numbers don't reflect the actual people that's watching what you see, because this is on like 4 different platforms, and also
Mm-hmm.
just like you might have a couple right now watching my live, sitting down watching right now. That's two. That's counted as 2 persons. But on Facebook or on YouTube or Twitter, it's counted as 1 person. So then you have
Okay.
those that's on Facebook that's watching from afar off. They're not in the live where I can see that they're in the live, but they're watching.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay.
so you got those type. They don't want to let Martin Johnson know that they're in my live paying attention to me. It give me too much power. That's saying, but they don't know they watching me. I ain't watching them at all. At
Mm-hmm.
all. In my mind, they don't even
Well,
exist.
bring it back.
I'll bring it back.
Bring it back, Mark.
I'll bring it back. I'll
Yeah,
definitely bring
it's
it
a
back.
healthy discussion.
And they need to take notes instead of just running their mouth, because men
And
ain't gonna.
pass and judge them.
Yeah, yeah. Man, if men say, if they tell you what they don't like, listen. Maybe this can help you in a relationship, going into one. The relationship can't be all just about the woman, what she like and what she won't. It's 2 parties in a relationship. You can't have no relationship by yourself.
Levante Burke says, "How I know you're trying to end this out, but these good questions are popping up." Mr. Burke says, "How can you rebuild?" No, he said, "Can you rebuild a relationship off of a lie?"
There's no foundation. No, I would say no.
West Side.
Yeah, the foundation is not solid. You need a solid foundation to build a relationship on. And that's what West Side is looking for, a solid foundation. He don't want to be with this woman and that woman and this woman with that woman and all that. That's not cool. You could be light-skinned, chubby, slim, whatever. That's okay with him. But he need a certain quality of woman. That's what he desires.
And he has that right. He has that right.
Right, he has that right. That's his right.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm right here.
Yeah. That's
so,
his. Go ahead.
Now, Martin, in the line of work that I've done, now professionally, I'm a school social worker. I don't actively practice in the school no more, but and so I do believe that someone can be redeemed. I have that stance, and I do believe that if someone previously lied, they can do the work to right their wrong, and those 2 people can come together and be stronger from that. But I'm just automatically expected when I first meet someone. I don't expect the full truth when I meet someone, and through my getting to know someone process, I'm going to either catch them up or they're going to expose themselves, and then we're going to deal with the real truth about 3-4 months in. Then that's kind of when you see the real person. So I'm already expecting them to not be 100% forthcoming. So they might get 1 pass if overall they seem to be a decent person. But if you're not disclosing things that are pertinent to me, getting to know you in a way in which would make me look at you seriously, then it's going to be a problem. But, as long as I get that same type of accommodation, if I mess up, then we good. But people not perfect, so I don't expect her to be perfect. You can come back from a lie. It can happen. It's not ideal, but I've been in situations where we both lied, and honestly, it made us both grow and mature in a way in which we needed to. We didn't end up together, but we ended up respecting each other in a way that I think was better than before. And we just put all our stuff out there, and we were actually able to be better people from that. So I do believe that, you can recover from a lie.
Martin, I'm
You
gonna order
say you
you
was
some of
born
this
a man.
mushroom coffee.
And you say you was born a man, and then you can't come back from that.
No, now you know they gonna be hanging on to,
Hold on,
to
what
life
you
if they do some shit like that.
what you hold on? What you say? You gonna order me what?
I'm gonna order you some of this mushroom coffee that I got.
No, I drink tea. You got to give me some tea. I drink tea. I ain't no coffee.
Okay.
Coffee for grown people. I ain't grown. Coffee for grown people.
What's that? We're gonna have to go to Chinatown to get Martin some tea.
Hey, look, me and Mark was just in Chinatown.
We were
Not to
just
put our
in
business
China.
out there, but yeah, all right. You're right.
Yeah, but I got me some fried rice down there. Fried rice combination. Chicken, beef,
yeah.
shrimp, fried rice.
Mm.
So it was good. It was all right.
Oh, so Martin, I think she just she said she gonna treat us. She want to take us out and treat us.
Oh my God!
Is that what I heard?
How you get that?
I peeped it. I don't
now
say
see,
that.
that's when women get caught up.
Yeah.
How you gonna say we need to go to Chinatown? What's the expectation gonna be? Do we go there? Who gonna pay?
You know what? Maybe
this is you. This is your invite.
Maybe we can meet and we could do like a round table breakfast club type of dialogue if Martin will host it, if he's willing to host it.
Mm-hmm. But actually, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. What I plan? No, I ain't gonna tell my plan because somebody might do it. Yeah, I was gonna tell. I was gonna put it.
Oh
out
yeah,
there. Because people they be stealing ideas, man. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, we done all seen it happen, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name, young
lady?
Can I
ask that question though before? Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your name, young lady? What's your name?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm Chad.
Oh, Chad.
I'm Chad. You? Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Okay. All right. I wasn't for sure. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was you because you put down there that statement. Yeah, all the ladies went. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll be peeping, Martin. I'll be peeping.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, what's that?
So the question, because it sounded like it was an invite, so I got just a quick question. I know you're trying to end, Mark.
Man, I'm
but
trying.
But there's been times where a woman has asked me out, right? This is her idea to go out, but she's still expecting me to pay. And I'm just like, you don't invite me out and then assume that I got money to cover what you had organized. You know, at least had the money to cover your costs if you asking me out. Now, I can see if I ask you to come out, I got you. The night is covered if I'm asking you to go out. But you asking me to step out with you and then think that you supposed to be paid for. Does that make sense at all?
That sounds like my daughter. My daughter took me out for breakfast. I wound up paying for it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
That sounds like my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my input is maybe she thinks that you like her that much. You hear what I'm saying?
Nah.
Maybe it's her.
We're not playing that game.
I'm just.
You asking me to go out with you.
I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she thinks that you just like her that much, for real, seriously. But
so you personally,
this is new. This is new. You know, like things are. The world is evolving. You know what I'm saying? And men
so you personally,
are.
I'm asking you personally.
What?
If you would have asked me out to Chinatown, now this is your invite, is the assumption that I'm going to pay for you.
Oh, well, I wasn't.
No, hypothetically. Just hypothetical.
Oh, okay. If I said, hey, let's go out to Chinatown, we're going to go and get Martin some tea. I'm going to get Martin that tea because that's the whole premises of us even meeting and going. That's first and foremost. But to what I was saying though, for real though, what I was saying is, I think that the discussion of men's emotional well-being is something that is being talked about more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's healthy. I think that men should have safe spaces, safe places to be able to have those discussions. I do not want the man to be emasculated in no way, shape, or form by being vulnerable in that way. You know what I'm saying? Expressing himself in that way. But I think that, as you stated, men are human beings also. I have a son. I need him to verbalize to me what the problem is when there is a problem. You know what I'm saying? And my son he is very sharp. He is 11. He's very sharp. He's very witty. I want him to be emotionally intelligent. I don't want him to have. I want him to be able to deal with the heartbreak, whatever it is, whenever it may come. It is impending. I don't want it to happen. However it may happen, I do not want him to have heartbreak, but I want him to be able to deal with it because the world is dark. Yeah. Because he is a Black boy and he will be a Black man. And it is harder to, what's the saying? It's harder to, it says to raise a healthy boy so that you won't have to, I guess, pour into a broken man. It's something along those lines. I don't want him to be a broken man. You know what I'm saying?
Is his father in his life?
Is very.
Is his father?
He is.
Okay.
He is. Unfortunately, he was in a bad accident. Very, very bad accident. But he is in his life.
Okay.
So
you talking like you a single parent in a sense. Like he don't have nobody else but you.
Because I'm here. His father was in a very, very bad accident.
Okay.
Like literally learning how to walk and everything again.
Okay.
So right now I have to do my part and he does his part. He does his part from however he may be able to, but he does do his part.
Okay.
So I won't take that from him. And I can't tell my child like I just can't. Like I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like just be however, you know what I'm saying? Because his father is in his position. And he was actually put in a position, he was just put in this position. It was just a very bad car accident. So for right now, I'm the active role and I'll never try to take his place. Or, a father is a father. And if he's involved, then let him be involved. So, but yeah, it's important
modeling
to
this behavior. Are you modeling this behavior you want to see out of your son in terms of communicating and things like that? I'm just wondering because sometimes we can want these things out of our child, but it just don't happen. Like we have to kind of, display these behaviors for them to be able to draw from something.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I can't. I'm a open person. You know what I'm saying? With him, I'm open. Some people might be like, "Oh, you're just a little bit too open." I'm never inappropriate with my child. I want him to have a healthy understanding, and I'm going to do that to the best of my ability. And I also know that there's different therapies and things out here, and courses and stuff. So if I can't get it right, it's somebody that's going to help me get it right. You know what I'm saying? That's leading us in the right way. And I believe in therapy. And I believe that if children are out here and they saying that they need help, their parents need to get it for their children. It's nothing wrong with, your child being able to have someone to confide in a healthy, safe manner.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. All right, Miss Chat, can I go to bed tonight? And West Side,
Reconvene.
y'all allow me now.
We can reconvene.
Okay,
That's right. Discernment. We have to
right.
teach our children to lead with discernment and not our feelings, and instill autonomy in them, so that they can make the right decisions too. Absolutely.
Hmm.
I appreciate y'all. This dialogue was good.
I appreciate you too for being bold enough to come on here, because some people, they so afraid. They be like, they think I'm gonna get them or something. Man, y'all come on. I'm a man. Let's talk. Let's have this talk. Let's have this talk.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys
Oh
too.
yeah.
Thank
We
you.
ain't I'm gonna say this though. Everybody ain't perfect.
Oh no,
You
most
know,
definitely.
we learn through trial and error,
Okay.
and people who don't get it, I think that's what the dialogue is for, to lead them into the direction and to let people know that, these things are out here, these avenues are out here, and people are willing to advocate for them that look like them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mama Chad, West Side.
All righty.
You already know what it is.
Wait.
You already know what it is. What now?
Live, uncut, unedited.
What's up?
This lady, you got a lady that's saying she want to call in.
She want to call. Give her the number. Let's see what she can talk. I'll give her a minute. She's gonna call in.
The number is 872-299-0808.
They don't want the lie to die, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stay on.
Come on, Charlotte. You called Martin right when he was logging out.
Mm-hmm. Come on now. Call in. Live, uncut, unedited.
Yeah, just as a comment, I think this is a very healthy discussion. When nobody raising their voice or pointing fingers, like I love conversations like this, where everybody was heard and it was respectful. I know I can always come and call into the show and get this.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I appreciate you, Westside, too, because you called in and you got us moving. Martin eyes was over there getting heavy.
Man, they was getting. I ain't gonna lie to you. They was definitely getting heavy.
And I came on late. Martin had sent me the message, let me know he was live. I got on late, and I was hoping he was still on, but it was right while the conversation right while I wanted to come in on.
All right, look like she ain't calling in, Chad. Oh, she did. Why she calling anonymous? I can't stand when people call anonymous.
Charlotte, you better unblock that number.
Yeah. You got my number. I want your number too. I ain't gonna double back and call you. What caller, what you got to say? Come on, let's talk to me. Caller.
Hey, this is Charlotte.
All right, what's going on?
Okay, I just wanted to give my opinion about the dating thing. About when the guy asked about, I think it was West asked about if you're dating and the lady offer you to go out for dinner, stuff like that. I don't have no problem paying. And if you think that your man has a problem with it or have think that he had any kind of problem with it, it's always good to ask, do you mind if I pay or pick up the tab? And he has the option to say yes or no. But I won't mind picking up the tab. If I ask, let's go out, let's enjoy the day out, or if it's real nice outside, I won't mind picking up the tab. I asked to go out and have fun and enjoy the day. I won't mind doing it.
Okay.
And the second thing I wanted to say about raising kids and stuff like that, I adopted my sister's 3 kids. And I had, they were older teenagers. But I'm a single parent. I adopted them, so I'm a single parent now. And about having a man in their life or stuff like that, I was always told by my brother that a woman couldn't raise a man to make him a man, which is a lie. I proved him wrong. I raised two men. They are grown. One's 23 now. He's 23 now, and one's 20. Both of them graduated high school, going to college, and working and making his own money. And the second one has ADD, and I proved people wrong because they said that he couldn't work. He's working at Lowe's full time, Monday through Friday, doing contract work, and he's working and graduated high school with honors. So that it's proven that a woman could do it, but it's always good to have a man to come to back you up, to make him a man, you know, to do manly things. I can't do manly things, all of them, but I could. I proved him wrong, showing that I could raise boys to turn to men. But it's always good to have a man to enforce this and instill the manly things that I can't do. So they always have men around them to enforce.
All right, man. That's it. Now I gotta go. Thank you. Thank you.
All
right. I'll let you get it. All right, y'all. Thank you. All right.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.
This is where we
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Listen, y'all ain't gonna have me up here all night, Chad. I'm telling you. Y'all not gonna have me all night. All right, people. I love being black.
I love being black.
I love being black.
I love being black.
All right. Thank y'all so much. I gotta go, people. No, that's it. That's it.